Hi, today I'm here to welcome back Sean Gallagher. And Sean, I bet, looks familiar with you. He is an attorney with the Gallagher Law Group, and he was here previously on the Butler Buzz because we were talking about the Butler County Bar Association Foundation, and I wanted to have you back. It's that time of the year.
It is. I always associate Christmas with two things. Number one, Santa Claus, and number two, coming to see Tricia Pritchard.
Oh, how sweet. Well, we always love when you're on, and we love what the Butler County Foundation, Bar Association Foundation has been doing for our community for many years. And before our interview, Sean educated me and told me the foundation's actually been around a long time, right?
Correct. It came into existence in about the 1980s. It went dormant for a period of time, and then in 2015, there was a movement among the members of the Bar Association to bring back the association to really do some good charitable work here within the community.
Okay.
And since 2015, we've been able to award over $186,000 in grants.
Wow.
In 2015 was our largest single grant to Voice, which was the need that we had identified at the time because there was a distinct need for the work that they do in PFA court. And so they represent a lot of the folks who are looking for PFAs, and they fulfill a distinct legal need within the community, which is really one of the parts of the mission of the Bar Association Foundation.
Right. And you know what? I'm so glad that you explained that, because I was thinking, you know, you are in the courtroom, you are meeting with individuals, you are learning about needs, and then you might learn about organizations that could support, and this just circles back to how you can then give back. And I absolutely love that. So 2015, it's back in action. And now every December, the application opens up. And that's why we wanted to have you on now. So there is an application that people could fill out if they would like to apply for the grant provided by your foundation.
That's correct. It's available on the Bar Association website, which
Okay.
is www.butlerbar.org. The application opens, as you said, in December of the calendar year. It'll run until the end of February, I believe February 29th, because it's a leap year this year.
Yes, it is.
February 29th is when we're going to close the application period. And the application looks for certain items. We want to see if you're a 501c3 foundation.
Okay.
We generally tend to trend towards those kind of organizations. We also look to see a history of what your organization has done in the past. But just if you're a new organization, that doesn't disqualify you by any means.
Right.
There are a number of organizations that have applied and received grants that have been in existence for 1, 2, maybe 3 years.
Okay.
Most recently, I can remember Robin's Home, whenever they were first coming into their mission of providing housing for veterans in the downtown area.
Right.
They came to us, I believe it was in year half or 3/4, right?
And look
as they
at
were
what
getting
they've
started.
done. I mean, they are doing more and more and more
That's
every
correct.
year. That's awesome.
They just opened up their thrift store on Main Street, and
Yes.
if you've ever gotten a chance to stop in there, it's always a wonderful time. They have wonderful staff there, and it goes to support a good cause as well.
So you must be a nonprofit organization, a 501c3. Does the organization need to be housed in Butler County?
We generally tend to give towards organizations in Butler County. Because we, as the Butler County Bar Association, are here in Butler County as well. The specific requirement is that the funds must go to be used here within the county.
Got it.
But if you're an organization that's technically outside the county, for example, most recently, Inspired Hearts and Hands.
Yes.
Who I believe is just over the border in Allegheny County they might be in Adams Township. Either way.
Yeah, right. But I know their reach, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And their most serviced area was right here within the city of Butler. And we funded their backpack program this year to the tune of about $5,000.
Oh, wonderful. So how is the money raised or put in this foundation?
It comes from two sources. First of all, there's an endowment that was created in 2015 through a donation from the Bar Association to its foundation, and that provides the majority in the investment income, which continues to fund itself every year. And then we rely on member donations as well. Typically, we look anywhere from the $10,000 to $20,000 range to give out in grants for every year.
Okay.
And it varies. Sometimes we give out one or two $10,000 grants. Sometimes
Okay.
we give out 5 or 6 $2,000 grants.
Okay.
It just depends on the applications that come in, how well they fit our mission, and how we perceive those funds to be able to be used.
All right, so you're hearing all of that. That might be your organization that could apply for this grant and maybe be awarded. So it's open up till the end of February, and then there's a time period, I believe, that your team then looks at the applications. When do you announce who receives the money?
The final announcement is done in June of the calendar year, so it'll be June of 2024.
Okay.
When the application period closes, the Bar Association Foundation Board reviews the applications, and that's usually about a 2 to 3 month process.
Sure.
At which point we make a recommendation to the Bar Association as a whole,
Oh,
and the
okay.
Bar Association as a whole approves.
Everybody gets involved.
Correct. We want to make sure that the membership knows where their money is going towards, because
Right.
they're the ones who are donating that
Yeah.
money. So we have, I believe, a duty of transparency to them
Sure.
to make sure that they know, number one, who has asked for a request, and number two, where we're recommending the requests go.
All right. Well, it is that time of the year of giving, right? Christmas.
is.
When you give those awards out, what does that feel like?
Well, for us, it's a great sense of satisfaction because without the community, we as lawyers would not exist. I mean, if unfortunately, people have to come see lawyers,
Yeah.
and we understand that. But just as we are members of the community, we recognize that we have to give back to that community. So there's a great sense of pride and satisfaction in
I bet.
being able to do that. But it's also one of joy, because
Sure.
seeing the recipients come in to receive those funds, we always do some sort of either a luncheon. We actually did a breakfast this year at the Grows on Main Event Center
Okay,
down in
okay.
the new space down there, in collaboration with the Butler Coffee Lab, which
Okay.
just started up a couple of, actually, I think they've been about a year now.
Right.
But we always work with them to try and award those things and to be able to celebrate with them as they continue on their missions as well.
Well, Sean, thank you so much for coming back and letting us know how to apply for those grants and scholarships that you offer. And we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Same
All
to
right,
you.
we'll see you next year.
And hopefully so.
Thank you. Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.